Hello there, RJB here, returning, and we've got on the menu a great 5 to 6 to 7 to 9 course menu right here. A very grand, long, big thing. No, I'm not going there. I just realized what I said. I'm not going there. I'm not going to continue. I'm going to pretend I didn't say that. I just I was listening to myself and I was like, oh, okay, this is not going the direction I want to take this. Alright, so here we've got 458 on the white Protoss, and we've got Minchul on the name Barcode X Barcode here on the red Terran on the middle left of the map. It is an almost cross-map situation, right against left. The powers of good against the powers of evil, just for the sake of creating, I don't know, some kind of storyline here. But Minchul here, going for a rush. He's going to cheese. He's going to try to cheese the 458, but I think 458 has got an answer to this. Wait, is this not a cheese? Like the cheese I was thinking of that Minchul might be going for right here was barracks, supply depot, and a bunker rush. But it looks like he's going for something different. Not quite a bunker rush. It looks more like he's going for fast mech. And he's walling off the front to make sure enemies can't get in. Now 458 is doing his Gateway Nexus build order. It's way safer than going for Nexus Forge Gateway. And it's, I think, a little bit better than going for Gateway Nexus. Because you get this one Zealot you need to protect your choke, and you get the Nexus very early on to get that very strong, big economy with the high probe count rolling. And you can get the choke here in the front. Like he's going to make the forge now, and he's going to make a pylon in the front. And after the pylon in the front, of course, we're going to see him build cannons in the front. And he's going to protect those cannons with the one single Zealot. There's a nice little wall here for Minchul. Marines can walk through. I don't think a Zealot can walk through. Gasser in the back is harvesting nicely, and a factory is already on the way. A little bit slower than with the other build orders, but I feel this build order might just be a very safe and secure one. There's not a lot of risk involved. There is a lot of scouting involved, though. He's using 3 Marines, 2 SCVs. I think he's found out where Minchul is on the map. I think he knows. I think he saw the cannons there warping in and decided not to engage, because the Zealot there is on the way, and the Zealot there is going to be a party pooper when those Marines are trying to kill those cannons that are in the choke. Or maybe he pulled back because he wanted to kill the probe that he saw, but now a Zealot is there knocking on his door, and the Zealot there wants to get in, can't get in. Marines returning back home, and they're going to say, get the fuck out of here, Mr. Zealot. You're not getting in. And he kind of skedoodles out of there, returns back home because he doesn't want to die. Not yet. He was close to it. Marines are on the chase, while we have a starport and another factor on the way back at home. 18 SCVs, of which 6 are on the gas. That's a very big investment into early gas on a small economy. He's going to be up against a pretty big economy because we've got double Nexus here and 4 gateways. It looks like 458 knows how to counter the very fast factory build order. It's going to be a difficult one for Minchul to defend, because we're going to be seeing a very strong Dragoon Zealot army coming out from 458. It's going to try to knock through the front door. Well, there should only be 1 or 2 siege tanks here in the front defending behind that wall. And I'm not sure. Wait, is he going for the push? He's going for a push instead of going for a defensive game. I find that very interesting. This is very risky stuff from Minchul here. I'm going to try to push through that front door while 458 is preparing a counter-attack to it. He's putting the Dragoons there on the backside here, back at home on the side, just in case we have something like tank drops coming in. Siege mode isn't finished yet for Minchul, so the tank and the Marines are in the front are very exposed. and maybe a little bit too exposed as they're being pushed back. The tank is getting chased down there by the Dragoons, gets taken down by the Dragoons, and now the game's looking very bad there for Minchul, because losing your very first tank this early on spells a lot of trouble. He's on a small economy, as I said before, and every single unit you lose at this point is going to hurt. But he's going to try to go for a Vulture drop. This is basically normal map strategies applied to fastest map, but 458 has probably played against this before, because he's got Dragoons there on the bottom corner, and he's making cannons as well. He's expecting either a tank drop or a Vulture drop. So the Vultures are in the base placing mines. There's no detection yet. He's getting a robotics, though, to deal with the mines. So now, at the moment, it's just Vultures running back and forth and not really actually doing much damage. So that somewhat of a cheesy attempt at hurting the probes. He was basically gambling that 458 didn't know it was coming, that 458 didn't have cannons in the back, didn't have Dragoons to protect himself, but 458 is... I'm sure he's played against this. He's played against this before, and Minchul is kind of trying to pull it off, but I think this really... it really hinges, it really depends on the Protoss just not knowing it is coming. There's no surprise here in store for 458. He is prepared. The tanks on the hill, though, are very annoying. He's got the Robo finished, got a second Robo on the way, and a support bay as well, and 5 gateways warping in. He's going for a very big gateway army, using his Dragoons to kill those tanks on the high ground very slowly, because there's a 50% chance to miss with those Dragoon shots when a unit is on the high ground. He's going to put units up on the high ground again. Minchul is playing this very, very aggressively. Getting his second command center, and now adding on more factories as well. Still on 2 gas, but getting a third one. Engineering bay there being constructed as well. He's got an armory as well. Getting, I think, level 1 attack. Or does he already have level 1 attack finished? I don't think he has had the time to build level 1 attack. It's not there yet. He does have the armory. It is finished. But he's not yet getting level 1 attack or level 1 armor. Level 1 attack now on the way. Okay, it's going to be level 1 attack. Level 1 attack on the way for the Dragoons and the Zealots as well. So 4 of it getting level 1 attack and Zealot shuttle speed. He's got no Citadel. He's got a Citadel of a Dune. But I don't think he's got speed. No speed on those Zealots. Dropship gets taken down, and so do the tanks again. So now we've got a pretty sizable and strong army from 458, but he has to push through those mines. There are Zealots inside the shuttle. Oh, that mine really, really hurt 458 a lot. But he does lose the tanks again. He's been losing a lot of units. Minchul is playing extremely far forward, extremely aggressive, keeping 458 occupied and on his half of the map, but I'm not sure if he is actually hurting him or slowing him down that much for the amount of minerals he is investing into this playstyle, but it looks really cool. This looks really interesting. I'm liking what I'm seeing on a conceptual level, but as I said before, I'm not sure this is doing well enough at the moment. 2 shuttles there left the base. There are Reaver. Wait, let me drink something. And then let me follow the shuttles. They go into that base. Let's see if they hit something. Check what's inside. He's looking for a better opening. Finds a good opening. There's a Reaver and Zealots inside. One shuttle goes down before unloading everything it can. Reaver's pretty close. So these are running away 12 by 12. Reaver's still alive. Goliaths are there, but they're getting blocked. The shuttle does get away for now. Unloads once again. Tries to shoot on the SCVs. Gets a shot on a single SCV. Retreats further away. Scarab there gets stuck, but it does connect with the Goliath. Now he's in the corner there, being annoying in the corner, dealing damage to the supply depots and to the turret there. The turret gets taken down. Zealot speed is finished up. We've got level 1 attack there finishing up as well. And Storm is being researched in the bottom corner as well. So 68 probes against 51 SCVs and a 4 shuttle drop with Dragoons. Mostly, it's just all Dragoons. It's just Dragoons going across the map. He cannot move into the middle. There's mines and turrets. This is actually pretty amazing stuff there. observers can't fly in, and because observers can't fly in, he can't clear out the mines either. Which means he can't engage into the middle. He can't. Physically unable to do so. So now we've got Dragoons on the high ground taking down turrets, just being annoying and opening up a path. He does have those mines on the side that are giving him vision on the bottom corner, but he has lost a couple of turrets, forced to use his units that he had here back at the middle of his base to the bottom side of his base. Goliaths are there to defend against the shuttle drops. It's now on about 7 factories in total. The middle is stronger than before. Moves out with Dragoons and Zealots. Gonna run into the mines with the Zealots one by one. The mines are being dragged and triggered by the Zealots. Makes it easier for the Dragoons to get in there. But the Zealots, yeah, this might just work. This might just work. There's only 3 tanks left. Drop comes in as well. It's a drop. Snipes the shuttles. Ooh, SCVs are running away. It's only Zealots who's clearing out the middle and hopefully doing some damage here in the back. Hopefully. Not a lot. I think he killed a tank and a Goliath. It's not a whole lot, but at least he managed to clear out the middle and get middle control. 63 SCVs now for Minchul. Got the Observer now finished up. So Valkyrie on the side. Doesn't have Valkyrie number 2 yet. It's on the way though. Supply now 123. He's growing stronger and bigger. Not very quickly. Because he started off with a small economy and only has 1 extra command center. You can't grow that fast on an economy that's basically functioning on double command center. It takes a little while. And you can notice it takes a little while. He also just kept throwing away money with those harassment attempts that didn't achieve much of anything. The Valkyries there are getting scared away. They were hanging there on the side just to intercept shuttles flying by and make them a little bit weaker when they arrive here in the base, and it's easy to take them down. Maybe they will even die to the shuttles, but 458 find out, and now he's going for a frontal attack. Zealots, a lot of Zealots. That's a lot of Zealots. Level 1 attack, level 1 armor, and level 1 armor, shield, and attack. And level 2 for each of them on the way. Breaks through the front door there. Everything gets taken down in a flash. Do these tanks with level 1 attack have enough? There's a drop coming in as well. Minchul didn't notice it. Gets stormed on the SCV. Storms the other side as well. And down to 22, 21 SCVs with 2 Zealots. They're still running back and forth. The front has been successfully defended. But the backside is in tatters. It's completely torn apart. He's been hit right in the heart. Can he survive? Can he administer first aid? Well, actually, when you get shot in the heart, it's pretty difficult. Pretty difficult. Pretty low chances of surviving. So can he perform open heart surgery on himself right here, right now, to keep himself alive? It's kind of difficult, I think, but I've seen him do it before. But against 458 in this situation, 458 with a full base, by the way. Something we don't often see 458 achieve. He's kind of the player who stops building and doesn't finish his base. But this time around, his base is filled out, and he's once again coming in with a shuttle drop there from the bottom corner. Goes in right hard, flies into Valkyries, and Goliaths also forced to unload on top of the Goliaths. Storms on the Goliaths. Zealots everywhere. Archon morphing. Goliaths getting taken down by the Zealots. They got stormed to very low HP. A couple that are still alive got missed by the storms. Does clear it all out, but the Zealots are still running about, and now another drop. They're already flying, but it gets spotted by the one and only mine in this entire area. Flies another 2 shuttles there on top. Comes in. Goliath's getting distracted. Shuttles staying alive. Shuttles unloading. Templar on the scene. Templar too far away to storm on the SCV, so he storms on other things instead. 1 more shuttle there coming in. 2 more shuttles may get taken down, but do unload their Zealots. 458 keeping up the pressure, and a frontal attack there. A small wave of Zealots ready to smash their faces into those supply depots and try to break through. So a lot of tanks there though. A lot of tanks. 36 SCVs now for Minchul against 86 probes. We've got a fleet beacon there back at home for 458. Upgrades are on 112. soon to be on 322. Interceptor capacity on the way in, so is the air damage upgrade on the way. Goes in from the front, Valkyrie intercepts the shuttles. Shuttles do unload a couple of zealots, but not enough. Oh, this is not a wall. He can walk right through. And now that he's broken down the other 2 depots, he can walk right through much easier than before. Tanks are sieging up. Does a great job of unsieging when the zealots are on top of his tanks and resieging once those zealots are dead and gone. But another wave there comes in. 458 is going to slowly tear and wear Minchul down with small attacks that never ever stop. Although the vultures coming up, saving the day, pulling the zealots away, but now the drop comes in, drop gets sniped. But there's drop number 2. I don't think he spotted this one. It flew over an SCV, but I don't think he noticed. He notices a little bit too late, and the shuttle's coming in close. Storms on the SCVs, they all do go down. Once again, Minchul leaves the game. Brutal, brutal. He played extremely aggressive, but the aggression that early on looks like it didn't quite work out that well. And 458, just with a very strong performance, knew exactly what to do and how to do it, and successfully did what he had to do. There's a big difference between knowing what to do and successfully pulling it off. It's a big difference. But we got game number 2 here as well. We're going through a long list of players with, I don't think I mentioned this at the start, but it should be in the title of the video, so I'm not sure if I should have mentioned it at the start. I got distracted by my comment at the start. But yeah, this is basically players rotating. I really should have mentioned at the start. I'm not sure why I forgot that. I should start writing scripts as my introduction and follow those scripts instead of just winging it. I kind of just wing it. Every single time I don't have a script, I just make things up on the spot and I fly with it. I roll with it. Maybe I should plan things out a little bit better. So we've got Rabbit here on the name Jun2354287 against 458. So it's a number of guys facing off against each other. Rabbit, or also known as Toki. 458 here, blue Protoss, Rabbit, or Toki on the purple Terran. So Minchul lost, he got swapped out, and in comes Rabbit, who goes for a more conventional and orthodox build order. Starts off with the barracks into a supply depot all the way on the side. I don't like this placement, but he's got a plan, and never doubt the man with a plan, because Rabbit always has a plan. He's probably one of the few players who has the best plans. Although his plans are sometimes a little bit too dangerous and risky, and they do end up backfiring every now and then, but most of the times things work out just as he had planned. So the man with a plan is going to stick to the plan, because when you're the man with a plan and you don't stick to the plan, things are not going to go according to plan. Although that, of course, speaks for itself. I shouldn't have to explain that one. That's pretty clear-cut and dry. The 2 gateway Nexus, or 2 gateway no Nexus. He's saving up a lot of minerals right here. I think he's going to go for the Nexus after the 2 Zealots are queued up. Gets Nexus number 2. So against Minchul, he goes for a slightly adapted build order, because he knows Minchul is the player who takes a different kind of risk than Rabbit does. Rabbit tries to get economic gain with his risks, and Minchul is the kind of player who tries to get aggressive leverage with his risks. Same start, both players like risk, but different methods and different goals of what the risk is supposed to achieve. So 2 Zealots out for 458. Got Forge on the way to, of course, protect the front. Zealots meeting some Marines. It's just like, even though you are going 2 barracks, if you make the barracks on 8 supply, it is so easy to fight off those 2 Zealots. Not much risk involved. Gets a bunker there in the front. Command center number 2 on the way as well. I kind of see why he built those supply depots on the sides, just to get complete vision and coverage of his base. Maybe something happened in the past where he died to cannons coming from the side. And since then, he's building those depots all the way on the right and all the way on the left. So he sneaks into 458's base right before those cannons finish up. Cybercore going to be on the way for 458 here, and we've got 2 assimilators there in the back as well. Zealots happily grouping up in the front. He might try to go for something of an harassment attempt on the front door. Might not. I've seen him do it more often than not. But I think he's going to save up those Zealots and probably go for a double robotics Citadel frontal bust attempt. And I'm wrong. He's in fact moving out. Every single time I try to predict what he's going to do, he tells me I'm dead wrong. And he comes in. Zealots against Bunker and Marine. Marines... He can kill a lot of Marines here. He can kill a lot of those Marines. The Bunker doesn't do that much damage against Zealots, not when there's no fire bats inside. So he chases the Marines, and the Marines are getting taken down. This is actually a beautiful move from 458. Great move. So he goes in onto this SCV. He's going to try to do some economic damage there. Marines are coming in to save the day. SCVs are pulled up the minerals and running away. He doesn't want to lose them. Probably would have been better to just take 2 or 3 dead SCVs than pulling them off the minerals. I'm not sure if that was worth it. It probably was worth it. Probably was worth it to pull them off. It's just, I always wonder, would it have been better not to pull those SCVs off the minerals and just try to kill the Zealots with the Marines? Or is it better to pull them to safety and not lose a single one of them? How much or how many minerals do you lose by pulling them off the minerals? So 3 barracks, number 4 on the way, starboard on the way for probably Wraith or a tank drop. Tank drops are just amazing at this level of play. They can really make the difference. They can save or break. Make or break a game. Double Robo in the front, Shuttle on the way, Citadel of the Dune, and Robotics Support Bay also on the way. Therefore, 458 is on triple gas, and now getting a couple of cannons to protect his probes, left and right, front and back side. He's trying to cannon up every single spot that he can, because you never know. A tank drop might just show up and ruin your day. And yeah, it is going to be a... I think it's going to be a tank drop. He's getting the control tower. If he was going for a Wraith, he wouldn't have to get the control tower. He would just get a Wraith and maybe a second one, and then add on a control tower maybe to go for tank drops. But in this case, it is a dropship queued up. Tank drop it is. He's going to try to hit 458 where it counts, right on the probes. But right as I say that, 458 is starting to produce more cannons. Got a really nice amount of Zealots there in the front. Zealot speed going to finish up very soon. Double Reef they're also on the way. A little bit late, to be honest, because you already have 2 tanks there. So 458 a little bit behind on schedule, or maybe Rabbit is just perfectly on time. 1 turret there in the front going to make it very difficult to micro the Shuttle Reaver. So he's putting his Zealots into position, waiting for Zealot speed to finish. The Reavers are going to unload once the Zealots hit the supply depots there in the front. And tank drop comes in. Oh, close call, close call. There's 1 cannon and it's finished up right at the exact spot he wanted to drop. And he drops that second tank a little bit too late. So really, really good timing. Oh no, now 458 is making the exact same mistake. So both players make similar mistakes and lose their dropship, and the other player loses their shuttle. So both players not exactly focused in the moment, a little bit distracted with other things, and things backfire pretty badly, and both their attempts to hurt their opponents, they both backfire and do nothing at all. And now both players are kind of wondering, I messed up, time to prepare a follow-up attack, and hopefully the follow-up attack is gonna work. So shuttle drop comes in, goes all the way, it goes down, before the Reaver or the Templar unloads. So once again, another failed attempt. Holding on to the unit inside a little bit too long. It must have been a Reaver because Storm is still being researched. High Templars are finishing up. Shuttles are on the way. Stargates are also being queued up there for 458. He's got about a nice amount of cannons. About 5 on the top side, about 6 on the bottom side to protect his probes. He's got 61 of them, 56 for Rabbit there. He's got bunkers on either side of his minerals. Really useful to get those bunkers. Still not sure whether I like the supply depots. He only has access to 8 of the 10 Vespene gases. But I don't think as a Terran you actually need all 10 of them. I think 8 or 9, sometimes even 7 is enough. Because you're not spending that much gas. Gas usually is not the issue. So triple shuttles are up there on the left side of the map. Finds a nice corner but changes and he's going to go for the actual corner, the top left corner, and try his hands at that corner again to land on those SCVs. Comes in. Rabbit responds, snipes the High Templar. 1 High Templar still alive. 2, oh, kills all the High Templars just in time. Nothing manages to hit a Storm because they got denied before they could even storm on those minerals. So the SCVs are staying alive. Very quick, accurate response from Rabbit. Another storm drop there being prepared in the front. He's getting Singularity Charge, Kandarian Amulet. Level 2 weapon attack for those gateway units. And level 1 shield as well. This time around, no armor on the way. He's only on double forge. Getting his 3rd forge now. He might prepare carriers for after the shuttle drops or for after the mass attacks. Although he's making more gateways. So that definitely implies he's going to go for shuttle drops and gateway mass frontal attacks. Most likely what he's going to do. Comes in from the right. Starts to unload. Ooh, this time around not sniping the Templars as if he's running away to safety. Misses the Storm. Hits the Marines though. An entire group of Marines goes down and another group of Marines gets taken down there by the Storm. Does clear everything out eventually. But it only cost him about 20 Marines. So 458 with the bigger investment. And the Rabbit with the successful defense. But at least 458 is applying pressure. Because Rabbit did have to take all of his workers off the minerals. And he's still getting vision there with it one single shuttle. Which means the bunker here in the front, in the middle, is not loaded up. Now he comes in again with all the Marines on the left side dead and gone. As if he's running away, he's on the chase. There's only Zealots inside there though. The Templar do unload, but the Templar are too far away from the SCVs as they're already in the front. They're near the choke and now running back. SCVs once again secured and safe, but not allowed to mine minerals. You can notice with his 44 minerals that he's quite low. His supply isn't exactly growing much because he doesn't have much to spend. Another drop there already prepared there for 458. Gonna wait for the Corsairs or he's gonna go for a double drop. Sometimes when you're watching 458, you know he's gonna go for the double drop when he's got 6 shuttles, but no, it's gonna be a single drop. Scans exactly on the shuttles though, so he knows the shuttles are coming in. What is he preparing to defend with? He's got Marines moving to the left side. He's got engineering base there hovering in the air, so he's going to spot it out. Instead, 458 now relocates and changes direction from the front side. Shuttles are getting sniped. Shuttles are actually arriving all the way to the backside. Now on the chase. SCVs are not quite safe. He's trying to unload Zealots on top of the SCVs. Not quite succeeding. Doesn't kill a single one yet again. And Rabbit is just so good. So good at defending against this specific style of attack that 458 is applying and using here. He's got a completely, well, almost completely filled out base, about 6 gateways on the top. Then we've got another 8 there in the middle, another 6 on the bottom. A pretty good amount of gateways. Honestly, a pretty good amount of gateways, about 20. Goes to the middle where he's building cannons. Level 2 weapon has finished up. We've got level 1 armor on the way. Level 1 shield is finished up. Wait, it's level 1 shield and weapon. He's a little bit behind on upgrades. With the Rabbit already on 0-1 there for the tanks. Goes and tries to break through the front door, but the fire bat, they're inside that one bunker. It's only a single fire bat though. A single fire bat. You might actually break through. Lands behind the wall. Marines, Zealots there coming in. There's a big confrontation. Storms on the Marines. Marines try to dodge, but yeah, Marines are going down. The bunker in the front also went down, and these other two bunkers have nothing inside. So now 4 of 8 is just very simply switching from going for the minerals to going for the front. Everything was here in the back, protecting against shuttle drops. And he loses the front door. And now more Zealots are coming in. The front door gets sealed up by this one single SCV building a supply depot just on time. Oh, Rabbit, you're on point today. But still, storms on those tanks behind the wall. Another storm on the tanks behind the wall. 3 storms in total hitting. Number 4, they're also coming in. Dragoons are now breaking through the door. The bunker has been loaded up, getting repaired, but there's just a continuous stream of units coming from 458's base who's just completely ignoring the shuttle drop play and just sending waves after wave after wave to try and break that front door. Bunker goes down, supply depots have been taken down as well, supply depots are getting rebuilt. An SCV made its way up onto the high ground somehow. Sometimes happens. Not a lot of tanks in the base here, honestly. He's got everything so spread out. Tanks are spawning now, though. Another drop, they're being prepared. They're in the front. Mass Zealot production. That's his plan. Oh, wait, drop already coming in. It's already being sent in. SCVs run away just in time. Just in time. Does get the 4 storms off, but none of the 4 storms actually kill a single SCV. But he's low on minerals. Ooh, he's very low on minerals. Both players are low on minerals. They're both spending like absolute madmen. So he comes in once again, clears out the tank on the high ground, because that one has been annoying. There's so many turrets on the sides, on both sides actually, and now a lot of tanks here as well. So Rabbit might have the option of going for the counter-attack if he survives this drop. Because the drop comes in from the right side, SCVs are not running away. SCVs do finally run away. Templar storms. Templar, all the SCVs have been taken down. All the SCVs taken down with a double storm exactly on the exact pathway Rabbit was taken. Now Rabbit is down to 79 minerals on 32 SCVs. I assume those SCVs escaping were already on lower HP from dodging all those storms the entire game and there being no medic in the back to heal them up. This is why you get a medic to heal up those weakened SCVs. Comes in once again, unloads on the top corner. Ooh, storms all the Marines to oblivion. SCVs there in the front, 35 of them in total, running back and forth, trying to stay alive. Zealots are killing everything they can. 4 of 8 already loading up another drop and sends out a frontal mass attack of about 24 Zealots in total. Just, well, it's only 12 so far, but the other ones are still here back at home. They're in the front, loading them up, ready to break down the front door and kill the units and hurt Rabbit where it counts. The army size and the economy. So one single drop there, ready to kill the one tank on the high ground. Again, has to kill it. Archon on the high ground, just sitting there, untouched. Zealots now hitting the depots. Drop on the top corner. So the frontal attack there to deal damage, but mostly to distract from the shuttle drop. Although the Zealots, this is a pretty good amount of Zealots. And tanks are going down. Tanks that he probably can barely afford to replace. Although he has 5 command centers, already back on 50 SCVs. He's got about 1,000 gas, just enough to hang on to and survive with. Although now the shuttle drop, they're coming from the front. SCVs are running away to the side, to every single direction. There's one Templar. Templar misses the storm. There might be more. Doesn't lose any SCVs, but another drop there comes in at the same time. This one unloads right on top of the SCVs and kills everything. Once again, 29, 28 SCVs still alive. Beautiful 1-2 double tap combination punch. Hits him right where it counts. 458 is playing beautifully. Once again, doesn't have a humongous base, although he's now slowly adding on to his base. His base is not humongous, but the way he's using what he has, as always, is just a beauty to behold. Great pressure, non-stop. Once again, takes down the tank. His attention to detail is really impressive. So yeah, about 5 shuttles there, loaded up, ready to go. One splits up, and it splits back into the group. Frontal mass zealot attack, wall is being constructed, unloads behind the wall. No, unloads on top of the tanks, and yeah, Rabbit knows it's over. Rabbit knows it's over. There is just no way he can survive this one. This game is definitely over. Maybe the observer, like Byul is the observer. Maybe Byul left a little bit too early. Maybe Byul left a little bit too early. But yeah, that game definitely looked like it was about to end. Let's go to game number 3, where we now have Rabbit switch out and be replaced with Byul. So it's Byul against 458 for game number 3. We've had Minchul lose. We've had Rabbit lose. Can Byul defeat 458? That is the question we are facing at the moment. Now, Byul does have the very best spawning location in relation to 458's starting position, and that is right next to him. This is a very abusable starting spawn location. Like, you can go for tank drops on the high ground and push towards the minerals, and I am going to predict that he's going to try to do just exactly that. Some mineral abuse. And yeah, I think that's going to work. If anyone can do it, it's probably Byul. But if anyone can defend against it, it's probably 458. 458 once again starts out with Gateway into Nexus. Basically, whenever he knows an opponent is capable of going for an aggressive rush, he goes for the Gateway first, before the Nexus. So Command Center first there from Byul, so it looks like 458 might have miscalculated just a tiny little bit. Well, actually, it's more of a prediction, not a calculation. It could have been a calculated prediction, but calculated implies there was no prediction, just certainty. Anyway, he predicted wrong. Byul goes for a very, very risky opening. Command Center first. Triple barracks. It's gonna be rich. It's gonna be rich. If 458 can't hurt him. But there's a chance that 458 might be able to hurt him. But I just think the chances are gonna be so small because Byul is just an amazing micro player. Because micro is just absolutely top level. You cannot, on micro level, compete with the pro players. And Byul, he's a semi-pro, could have gone pro, he's good enough to do it. You just can't micro, or out-micro them. You cannot beat them at the micro game. You have to beat them in another way. You gotta do it in a different way. Okay, so Nex is on the way, gas is on the way, cannon on the way in the front there for 458. And you're back at home. We've got the Academy there already on the way for Byul, and the gas finished up just now. Yeah, this is looking good for both players, honestly. A little bit better for Byul, because he's got the middle wall here to put those tanks on. But we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. Just going to have to wait and see what happens. Marines are moving out. Only one cannon in the front, Marines are actually not moving out. He's going to occupy the choke there. 23 probes against 24 SCVs. We've got the academy finished up. Medics are on the way. Gonna queue up that stim as well. Second gas are also being built. Cybercore finished up their 4458, and a Robo is on the way, and a Citadel of Adun as well, which means Robo number 2 should be warping in sometime soon. 2 Zealots there make their way into Byul's base. He's going to scout, and actually the fact he got in is very good news for 458 because he finds out Byul went for command center first, which means his army is way smaller at the moment than it could have been, but he does need a couple more cannons in the front, because Byul, of course, is going to try to break through, or at least stand in the front there and check if he can. It's a big thing. Just standing there and bluffing that you can break through or are going to try is going to put pressure on the Protons to build more cannons. So first, the gateway in the front, 2 Zealots there as well. We might have see some more medics on the way there from Byul. He's getting a factory and engineering bay as well. Support bay, they're almost finished up for 458. Second robot, they're finishing up now as well. Shuttle almost ready to go. It's only 4 cannons in the front. Not sure if that's going to be enough. But the question, of course, is also, will Byul even attempt to break through those cannons in the front? Will he even try to? Or is he just going to stand there and be scary? He's going to stand there and intimidate. So 4 of 8 now, getting 3 more gateways for 4 in total. Hasn't really paid much attention to probe protection, because he's not expecting a tank drop yet. We do have a starport there on the way for Byul. 4th barrack there as well. 2 starports. 1 starport and a factory, in fact. Robo number 3 there, also getting warped in for 458, and a Stargate as well to build those Corsairs to at least help those Corsairs get over those turrets without taking damage. Reavers finished up. Now the question is going to be, what is he going to do with those Reavers? Cells are moving out. Reaver flies a little bit too close to the Marines. Marines are pretty well split up, but a group of them gets hit, so he has to retreat. Scarab is getting dragged out way too far, turns around, fights the Zealots. Reaver is going to try to fly into the base. There's some turrets there under construction and already finished up on the side, so he unloads in the front. Going to try to catch those Marines. Marines now running away from one side, but coming in from the other side. Byul with some amazing multitasking. I think one Reaver almost went down. Oh, the shuttle almost went down. The Reavers are still fully alive. And he returns to his positions. He's going to try to... Okay, 4 of 8 still knows those Marines are out there. So he picks a fight. 4, 3, 2. 2 Zealots still alive. A lot of them. Corsairs are finished up in the front. Reavers are finishing up now as well. 2 shuttles are queued up. No Templar's Archive being warped in yet. He's got 4 cannons that are on the side, right there in the air to help against the shuttles. There's no dropships yet. I thought Byul would go for a fast dropship. Shuttle comes in. Marines respond right at... Oh, nasty. Really quick response, snipes down the shuttles, and the Reaver defends successfully. Yeah, Byul, 51 SCVs against 51 probes of 458. It looks like Byul is in a really good spot. His supply is still a little bit behind, but that's natural. What counts is the fact he's got a lot of SCVs. He's going to grow big and strong very quick, probably quicker than 458, because 458 is forced to attack. He cannot sit back and defend like Byul is. Byul can just sit back, kick back, defend, and grow strong, whereas 458 has to do both at the same time. He has to attack, defend, and grow bigger all at the same time. And there is a race against the clock. I think it is a race against the clock at this point for 458. We're 8 minutes in, and he has not managed to do any damage so far. Another strong Reaver drop there, loaded up. Byul scans, sees the shuttle leaving, which means Marines are now in position on both sides. He knows what to do, knows it's coming. He is prepared. Got more starports there being warped in as well, all constructed for Byul. Marines are in position, shuttle drop comes in, he got scanned again, snipes through shuttle, Reavers do unload. Reavers don't kill all of the Marines. One shuttle still alive, nothing inside though. So Byul defends that. The tanks are spaced out extremely well, so that every single spot except the backside where shells can unload, the tanks will hit what's being unloaded and just make it easier to clear out those units. Got Starcades on the way. He's going to go for carriers because he is expecting tanks on the hills, and tanks on the hills are just so difficult to play against. Goes for a frontal attack first though. Reavers unload. Zealots are hitting the supply depots. Kills one of the tanks behind the wall. Kills tank number 2, stays alive. Reavers are a little bit too close. Picked up the Reaver just in time. I'm gonna try to finish off those depots just outside of tanker range. Drop is... never mind, that's not a drop. This is the Corsair hanging there on the top side. So the wall is being taken down very slowly. There's 3 tanks there in the front to defend. He's currently supply blocked, but not for long. Carriers are now on the way there. 4, 4, 5, 8. Shuttle is going to go in soon as well. He's supply blocked at the moment. Interceptor capacity. I think he already finished it. I can't see his upgrades. I think it's 1-1 for the air. There's going to be a frontal attack of Zealots, Reavers, to buy time for the carriers. Byul on 158 supply. Units are coming in from the front. The bunkers are doing a great job defending. The tanks are coming in as well. Marines stimming in as well. Shouldn't be too hard to defend this. Some tanks might go down, but it shouldn't really hurt him too much. He did stop the construction of the rebuildment of the frontal depots and bunkers, so he did stop that one. He's getting more Stargates now as well. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 and 10 are on the way. Templar's Archive on the way, 11 minutes in. Also getting Disruption Web, getting level 2 armor for the carriers. Getting more cannons in the bag as well. There's still no tanks on the high ground. Looks like Byul just doesn't want to push from the hill. Whereas 458 is prepared for it because he didn't build anything on his entire right side. Like, he didn't build anything on the right side because if Byul lands tanks on this high ground, every single structure on this left side, right side is in danger. That's why 458 is building everything on the left side. Nothing on the right side, but he might not have enough time because it looks like Byul wants to go. Byul is feeling frisky. Level 2 attack there on the Marines. Oh, unloads a lot of Reavers. Gonna lose the Reavers. I think those Reavers... oh, I think that unload... I like the attempt, but the attempt didn't work out that well. It just backfired pretty badly. Tanks are sieging up. Byul wants to end this before the carriers are operational. He's got a Valkyries there as well. More Marines are on the way. He's getting Goliaths now as well. And Goliath range also being researched. There's Dark Templars being queued up for 458. He's got about 9 carriers finished up, ready to fight. But not enough interceptors yet. Actually, allow me to correct myself. It's 8 carriers. Dark Templars now coming in as well. The Marines are going to have a field day killing those interceptors because he simply doesn't have enough of them. Simply doesn't have enough of them. He's got level 110, not even a level 1 air attack damage. The Dark Templars took out some units, but the scans come in just in time. Valkyries now in the air as well to help with taking down the carriers, the shuttles, and the Corsairs. Corsair fights back, but no, not really going to do much. He's got 6 shield batteries there ready to heal up those carrier shields. More Dark Templars are on the way. Response gets taken down within a blink of an eye. Looks like Byul just made the perfect call to hit and strike right before the carriers were fully finished with building their interceptors to fight against this army. Looks like... oh, I shouldn't call it too early. I mean, there's a lot of stuff killing interceptors here. The amount of interceptors is going down really quick. Really quick. Dark Templars have spawned yet again. Attacks, but I expect a scan should be coming out very soon. He's making turrets now as well. There's the scan, takes down the Dark Templars. Carriers not having a great day. We've got a lot of Corsairs. They're on the way to fight against the Valkyries. They're in the air. Looks like 458 is just going to die to a very well-timed counter attack during the very small window of time where 458 just didn't have anything to fight back with, and it's over. He calls GG, or Byul just wins that one kinda easily. Could have been very difficult if he had gone a little bit later. If Byul had gone later and those carriers had all their interceptors and 458 had his entire army ready to fight, that could have been quite ugly. But he stops it and prevents it before 458 gets his army at full strength, and he wins. Quick game. 13, almost 14 minutes. So this is part 1, and we're going to continue in part number 2 next time, where it will be 458 switching out, and Minchul switching right back in against Byul. I'm looking forward to it. See you next time.